Howdy. Howdy. Hi everyone. It's Chloe. So first of all, sorry for my ratchet hair. Is this ratchet? Is this ratchet? I hear people talk about hair and it being ratchet and it being a bad thing. If you watched my previous video, you'll know that I went the pink route for a while and it just got too much to maintain. I literally had to dye my hair every week and it would fade out by Friday, so I'm letting it all fade out and wash out. You'll see some of my, I think you can possibly see some of my hair is still a little bit pink, and I'm just letting it fade out and seeing what I look like as an ombre blonde, and I'm hoping this isn't ratchet. I don't exactly know what ratchet. I probably shouldn't be using words if I don't know what they mean. Tell me what you think. Tell me if it's ratchet and if I should do something with it. All right. On to the topic of this video, which is contouring. So if you are someone who is new to makeup, or if you're someone who's not necessarily new to makeup, but you kind of want to get kind of a makeup 101, if you will, or a contour 101, this video is for you. I have two methods I'm going to show you today. I'm not going to take too deep of a dive into the contouring concept, but I will just show you the basics and kind of teach you how you can build on top of that. The first method I have has to do with 2 shades of foundation. This is a lot more subtle and a great way to start. And then the other thing I have is what is more common when it comes to contouring, which is a contour kit, a contour color. In my case, I have these two because I was kind of in between 2 shades. Like I would put on this one and then half of my face would look good and then the other half of my face would look too light. And then the other thing, when I put on this one, I would put it on and then the outside of my face would look great, but the middle of my face would look too dark. So I have 2 and then I've learned to contour with both of them. If you're in between 2 shades, then you can do the same thing, or you can do your shade plus 1 lighter or your shade plus 1 darker, depending on what you want to go to. So before I get too much into the actual contouring, I should probably explain what contouring is. It's if you want to subtly or lightly change how your face looks in terms of shape. If you want to emphasize or de-emphasize something, that would be in the category of contouring and highlighting. So contouring in general is if you want to use the darker shade to recede something or create a shadow, and highlight would do the opposite, which is bring a feature forward. You would also use contouring in places where the sun would hit, so it gives you kind of a sun-kissed bronzed look. Alright, and I will go ahead and start showing you how to put on the foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. This is one of my favorite liquid foundations. I usually start with the lighter shade first. So the benefit of doing liquid foundation, 2 shades of liquid foundation to your contouring, is that you can have, you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, where you would put on 2 shades of foundation. One, you would be putting on foundation, and then the other thing is that you would be contouring at the same time. When you put on foundation, oftentimes you take away a lot of the depth of your face. Like you make it all one color, you make it all one dimension, and then you have to go back in and then contour. But this way kind of does steps 1 and 2 at the same time. So I just put on the lighter shade of foundation on kind of where the lighter parts of my face are and where anything I would want to bring forward. So for me, the middle of my forehead is a little bit lighter than the outside of my forehead. My nose bridge and the center of my nose is a little bit higher, are a little bit lighter. I said higher and lighter at the same time. And then the front part of my cheeks are lighter than the outside of my face. The other way you can think about this is what you want to bring forward, like I said earlier. So for me, and my nose bridge is a very common place to highlight. For me, if you can see it, I don't have much of a nose bridge, especially from here to here, it kind of dips. So I would put on a highlight and concentrate it right here. And then a lot of people, if you want to create a look of a fuller chin, you can bring a highlight color here too. I'm going to not do that because I've done it before and I think I look a little bit odd like that, I used a darker shade on my chin. But really, honestly, experiment and see what looks good for your face, and just experiment and try different things and see what looks good. You really won't know until you try it. So I just put on one layer of foundation on the centers of my face, and then I'm going to go in with this darker shade and go around the top of my forehead and the sides of my temples, and hollowing out my under my cheekbones, and then, like I said earlier, where my chin is. So the other thing you have to keep in mind when using a couple shades of foundation is to make sure that you blend it all in. And to help with the blending, you can, this is what I do, is I go back in with my lighter shade of foundation, put on another layer, and blend in again from there. So a lot of tutorials, I think, will tell you to think about what face shape you have. Like, if you have a round face, you should contour a certain way, and if you have a long face, you contour it a different way. I don't like to do that at all, because first of all, I don't know what type of face I have. I think my face is it's not exactly square, but it's like kind of, I mean, it's just barely shorter than square, but I'm also round but wider. I don't know what face shape I have. I don't even want to think about that. So the way I want to teach it is, just think about what you want to accomplish with your face. So for me, like I said, I want to bring out this part of my nose bridge. I kind of have a wider jaw than I like, so I kind of like to tone it down a little bit. You saw me put the contour shade here. One of my pet peeves is people who have a very skinny, tall nose who contour their nose. I don't want you to contour your nose just because you think you should. I think you should only contour your nose if you want to make the side skinnier and the nose bridge taller. Which reminds me, I forgot to contour the sides of my nose. For me, I don't know if that was an earthquake or someone jumping. I like to put on here the sides of my nose, just because it is a little bit, I mean, it's not terrible, but I still like to put on contour on the sides of my nose, and I'm just putting this on with my finger. You can put this on with a brush too. My fingers are just closer. I think it's a really good start, and it's pretty subtle. It's not anything dramatic, and from here you can go on and put on moisturizer. Oh, sorry. Wow. You should really go in and put on concealer, and any other places that you want to touch up. So I don't typically use concealer from a concealer specific tube or bottle or anything. I just put on more foundation. I know that's not the way you're like supposed to do it, but I'm a rebel, so I just put on more foundation where I want to have more coverage. Okay, so I have concealed to my heart's content, and you are totally down to powder and continue the rest of your makeup on top of this, or powder and then go in with a contour kit. So this one is the Makeup Forever Sculpting Kit, and similarly to the guide of where you put on your darker foundation is where you would put on your contour. You can obviously use this step without doing the 2 shades of foundation. So if you did 1 shade of foundation, the same rules would apply here anyway. It's where either the sun hits, or you want to recede, or you want to create a shadow. So I'm going to go in the hollows of my cheeks and kind of start off with I like the look of having it darker here and blending it out. So you would concentrate most of the product in your cheek, where your cheek meets your ear almost, and then you would go like heavy small strokes at the beginning, and then drag it out for longer strokes down your cheek. Here, I think you can already see the difference where the color has just kind of created a shadow, and it looks pretty different from the right side of my face to the left side of my face. Can you see that? Can you see that? You see that? How does it look? You see that? Yeah. So I'll go in and do the other side. A lot of people also do this like fish thing. I don't do that. I just find where my bones are and then go right underneath and then drag. And this product is buildable, so however dark you want it, keep adding. And then I will have some up here and then drag it down a little bit over the top of my forehead. And then again, I'll have the sides of my nose. I will do that with my finger like also. When I was at the Makeup Forever boutique store, a makeup artist was teaching me how to use the sculpting kit, and we did a couple of different things. She specifically for my nose, we brought the contour like all the way down and kind of tapered it off in the end, and it looks really weird. So that really just speaks to, again, experimenting, trying different things, see what works for you. I'm happy with just bringing this contour shade down to here and stopping, like just kind of halfway down my nose. You can bring it farther. Just see what works for you, and every day could be different. There doesn't need to be one specific look for your face. I think that's one of the great things about makeup in general, is that every day could look different. You don't need to lock yourself into a specific look. And I'll take the matte highlight shade here, put it down the center of my nose, and that will help blend it out. Now, other people also contour like the sides of their eyes. If they want more depth there, you can do that. And a lot of people will put this highlight shade center of forehead. I don't typically feel the need to. I will put it down here though, just for a little bit extra powder, just on the front of my face and under my eyes. I just want to bring this down. And yeah, so you have your contour and your highlight. The other thing, some other options you can do are, again, build this product up. You can also contour your cheeks with different shades of blush, kind of like how we did different shades of foundation. We kind of played with the colors to create an illusion of darker and lighter. And similarly with blush, you could say make a darker shade of red blush and then a lighter shade of blush. And something I really like to do now that I found this Sonia Kashuk highlight stick is to put this on my cheeks. This has a shimmer in it, so I wouldn't put it down my nose, but I really like this product. I just put it on my cheeks, blend it out. You can also, a lot of people, speaking of eyes, on the topic of eyes from earlier, a lot of people will put highlight under their brows, under their brow bone, or on top of their brow bone to kind of make it stand out more, give more depth and dimension to their brow bone. So yeah, there's a whole host of things you can do. You could highlight here to make your lips look fuller, and also again put your highlight on your chin to make your chin look more full. From here you would go ahead and put on cheeks and anything else that you don't have already. Might as well do that myself while I'm here. I hope this encouraged you to try things out and just to see what you could look like and kind of get you in the game of contouring and seeing what works for you and what doesn't. This is sort of just playing as a base or a guide. Make sure you click on the subscribe button so you can see more videos when I come up with them, and visit my blog beauty.chloe-wynn.com. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and what else am I on? I'm on Snapchat. I don't know if that's it seems to be getting more popular. I don't know why Snapchat is better than Instagram, but maybe you can show me. And what else? I feel like I'm missing one. I don't know. I have so many. I feel like I'm missing one. Not that I'm so popular. I just have a lot of accounts. I create accounts and then I see which one I like. So yeah, I think this is good. Here's my final look. Now I will pose. Let me know what you think about this video. Again, hit the subscribe button so I can see you again, and yeah, thumbs up if you like this video. I will talk to you soon. Bye.